I want to do a video on how to tame the NASDAQ using MotiveWave. We're using a lot of indicators all jammed up together. If you go ahead and pause the video, there are all the indicators and their settings. So we're using MotiveWave, the latest beta, um, which has many issues, but they're releasing a new version and they actually reply to my emails now. So hopefully they fix the issue that I had. So let's look at what's going on here. We're looking for a green and a red trend, a red and green trend. The usual stuff. So basically looking for the start of a new trend, either up or down. So the things I'm looking for here are, number one, I'm looking for basically a green trend here, and then I get a little red bar, and then I want to see it go down and grab that, right? So here we're in a red trend down here, and then all of a sudden I have a green bar here, 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 here. And when I see these, I want to see it go up. And if I see it go up, then I get out of the trade. Now, so this is basically it. So you have red here. I have a pullback to right here, and then it looks like it's engulfing candle for Bollinger Band at the EMA, obviously 200, and so not 2000, EMA 200, and so that would be a decent pullback. We're still in a red trend. You can see that from the Twigs money flow, which is right here. So that is colored in red. So I'm looking for a short, right? Because if you'll notice, here's the midline right here, and there's no green at all. So we have a midline. I don't see any green at all in here. It's all red. So I'm looking for a short, essentially, right? So over here, we have just the Twigs money flow is like all green. So I'm going to be looking for a long within the concept of this, right? All right, so let's look at this. First thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for it to be red on the money flow. And then this is right here is called the EW oscillator, Elliott wave oscillator. I'm looking for the Elliott wave oscillator to switch colors. So obviously we're in a downtrend. I see mine in a downtrend. I see green on the Elliott oscillator. So I'm going to look up here and I see one green shitty candle. Like it's not like the greens are just taking over or just having a field day with everybody, right? So I'm looking for that to happen though. So let's look at the next example here. I have greens here, and then I have greens, but it's green red, green red. I mean, it's going up, but then it bounces off this. So now I have green here. So green, and then another green. I have one, two, three greens. And let's look at the candles and see if we're getting three greens. The first green is a red candle, so that's going to be a no-go. Now I have a next green is shorter, the next one's shorter, the next one's shorter, the next one's shorter. So does that represent the candles? I got one here, I got one here. So yes, we're actually going up with green candles, and we are green in a red trend going up here. So that would be my long. Or pull back, whatever you want to do. I usually just long it, fuck it. So these two candles in this elevated green section, I see, yes, it is represented over here. And I say represented because that's not always the case. So let's say, for example, I got in on this beautiful trend right here. Look at this money flow. It's all green all day. Look at how powerful that is, right? And then you have the oscillator. Look how powerful that is, all this green. Now, we have red candles. I'm looking to get out of this damn long. I got in the long way over here. Now I'm in the long. I got beautiful green money flow. I got beautiful green Elliott wave. Everything is green, 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 green. I'm looking for taking my profit. So we have red and a green trend here, 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 here. Now we need to look and see if that's reflected in price. So let's zoom this in a little bit. And we can see that it is not reflected in price. So I have red, 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 four reds. The first red is this one, but the next red's a green fucking candle. So red number 2 down here, this one is a green candle. So that is not going to be proof that we're going down. The next red is a green candle. The next red is a green candle. So I'm just not getting any evidence here that we're starting to go down. Not getting any evidence that we're starting to go down. Now we have another red and a green trend. Let's look at this one. This one is red. This one's going down. It's red. So overall, I have red under red, and it's declining. But the next one's green, and the next red is green. So this is just not the time to get out, right? So are we going after this volume imbalance right here? Yeah, probably what we're going to do. But I'm just saying getting out of the trend. Now the next red candle is a doji. The next red candle is red. The next red candle is red indeed. So I have red trend down, supported by two red candles in a row. I would go ahead and knock out this long at this point. I would exit the long at this point. So we started the long way down here. We exited the long when I got red under red, and it was also represented in the candles. Obviously, it still goes up, but I'm looking for just an example of, yeah, red doesn't mean red all the time. Here's another one where you have a red trend here, and we have a red candle, but it's kind of a shitty candle. Red down, another shitty candle, red down, another shitty candle, red down, and we have a good green candle. It doesn't look like we're going down. Red, shitty candle. Next one's a shitty candle. I'm not going to do anything on these little red shitty candles. And then the next one's a green candle. The next one's a green candle. So what it's showing me is I'm not ready to get out yet. I don't have enough evidence to get out yet, right? So I would stay in until this section over here, where we have red under red finally, with a good candle supported by a double shot over here. That's when I would get out. So we started the green trend way down here. We found the perfect exit right here using this method. This method's also I would use to find reversals. So obviously we have a bright green trend here. Would not be looking for reversals in this big ass green trend. I would, after the green trend minimizes a little bit, gets back down to here or something, then that would be a reversal opportunity. Let me find a day we're not going straight to fuck up the whole day. That'd be great. All right. So now we're in bright green. Money flow is bright green, bright green, bright green, bright green, bright green. So now I'm looking on where to get into the short and get out of this long. So we're right here. We got red, 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 but it's not represented in the candles. So this red is green. And this next red is green. This next red is green. Not time to get out quite yet and hit a reverse signal. But now we have red here supported by the candles. So we have red under red, and these are good candles, red under red. And you can see we're declining, we're declining, we're declining all the way back to the middle section. So this is when I would go ahead and hit short and just hit short, let it ride. So again, you can kind of just look at the oscillator for the most part. A lot of times just look at the oscillator and don't even bother with price. All right. So we have oscillators. Sometimes oscillators like just bright ass red. It's pegged all the way to the ceiling. Every time I get a green candle here, it's a red candle up here. Green candle here, it's going up a little bit. Maybe I get out of the short, right? Maybe I get out of the short or try it out. Another thing is pullbacks. So these make good pullbacks here. So we have a high line here on a pullback. The next pullback is less than, and the next pullback is less than. So we have a trend going down on the pullbacks, which may be a reason to not get out of the short at all, to just stay in the short until we don't have that situation.